Hello and welcome back to Choice Bits of Bliss. Today we're going to have another process video for my collection obsession this month, and I'm using Simple Vintage Spring Garden. I am definitely going to use one of these frames. I'm looking through my papers and how I want to make this layout, and I'm using these photos here. I've pulled some things that I believe I want to use on my layout, and this is going to be my title. I have a sketch that I want to use, and of course, I let it go. Here it is. So this is the sketch. It's created by Laura Creates, and she has an Instagram page called Laura Creates 56, I believe. 50. Laura Creates 50. But anyway, I liked the repetition of this pattern, and I liked the design at the top, and it has two 3x4 photos, which fits in with what I am using. So was the beginning of my inspiration, and I had pulled these three pages or papers for these photos during my kit dive. You know I'm going to frame my layout, so I'm going to use the green. However, I need to gut this green because to make this here at the top, I'm going to use this side, the gingham side, to replicate that pattern here and here. So that's what I'm thinking. And this page here, I'm going to use it to create this portion at the top. So I'm going to turn it sideways like this. And this is a lot and it's big, and I don't want so much of it. So when I'm trimming my paper, I'm going to be trimming from this end and from this side. So that's the direction we're going. And then I have this that I want to back my frame with. So let me pull my frame back out. So I'm going to be using my frame on my photos like this, and I trimmed out this piece here. So it creates the teacup and the cabbage in the teacup. I trimmed that out, and I am going to frame my photo. And right now I just need to pick, because I want to use this, but there's portions of the cut aparts that I want to keep. I really, really like this. And of course, it's right in the middle of the paper. So I'm thinking I'm going to be using these, or maybe these. I need 4 of them to create the backdrop. You know, I just need a little bit showing around my frame. So that's what I'm thinking. Okay, now that I've told you all of my thoughts, I'm going to pause and get some work done, and I'll be right back. I have completed a lot of the layout. The base is completed, and I had pulled a lot in the beginning, a lot of these scraps, die cuts, not die cuts, have mercy, these cut aparts. But my husband is away right now on a ski weekend, and a lot of these have to do with skiing. So I'm going to put those aside. He's been sharing photos with me. And I'm going to put these aside to use with the photos that I have of him on his ski trip. So I need to preserve those. I'm going to stay using the products that come with this collection. So I have a sticker book. And once again, I always say that I don't say always, but frequently I will say, when I get to this part of a layout, I feel like it's enough for me, my personal taste. They run a little more on the simple side, But I have all of these things and I need to use them. And I'm fumbling around like, I'm not sure what. Not like a person who has it together, that's for sure. Okay, now it's open and we can look through it. So this is about architectural details and not so much about spring. And I don't want to focus on spring. So I wanted to bring in elements that kind of speak more toward the non-springness. So I think I want to do this, layer that here. I'm going to cover up So Lovely because Lovely is the title. And let's see what we have. So I like Amazing. So let's just use Amazing there. There we go. And I want to replicate this circular design down here. And I had thought about, I didn't leave enough room. And this is already, chipboard, so I don't want to do that. Let's see what we have. So I'm looking at these that have some curve to them. They have, curves just soften those corners. And I don't know if this tone is what I want. It will work. So I'm going to pick this up just a smidgen and slide that underneath. So Life is Good. And I think I want to play in these pinks. No, maybe the yellow, because there isn't a lot of yellow. So let's go ahead and just play with those. So there we go. We've got some enamel dots used up. And I'm struggling at this point to add anything else. I know there's a lot of layering that I could do, and I had pulled out elements to layer with, like these. I could tuck these in, but I just don't feel it. I don't feel it. So I'm just going to quit. We're going to call it quits right here and just let this layout speak for itself. Okay, friends, thank you for being here and joining me. Come back. We will chat again soon. Bye-bye.